Hello, and welcome back to the Richard Talaferro podcast. This week, we're talking about backup plans and why it's never too bad of an idea to have a plan B. Several years ago, back in 2016, my former company was offering buyouts, and I was thinking mighty hard about taking one. I eventually didn't, but for me, the writing was on the wall. I needed a backup plan because the industry I was in was starting to feel wobbly. I've mentioned before that my life was changed by a coach. I went from overweight and sedentary to a better weight and more active. The notion of changing a life by sitting and talking with someone and supporting them on their path really intrigued me. That field, for a journalist, felt a little crunchy and a little woo. But I got results, so there had to be something to it, right? Jump back to that buyout offering. I started looking around for a coaching school where I can complete the course online without having to be in a classroom. My days were long enough with commuting and work. Finding the right school, I did the coursework after work, jumped on camera with accountability partners, and worked with practice clients. 8 months later, earned that coaching certification. Backup plan in hand, I then proceeded to just sit on it for years. I didn't do anything with it. No paid clients to speak of. I did, however, keep my skills sharp. I listened in on free events, taking notes and screenshots of decks. I reviewed my coaching materials for my program. In other words, I stayed ready. I also reached out to some folks who were coaching to see what their experience was like and to gain some inspiration from their journeys. Those folks and the act of reaching out proved to be invaluable. So when the day came, the axe fell, and I lost my job, my mind was spinning. Then I remembered I have a coaching hat. It's time to put it on. I gave myself a couple of days to decompress, admittedly, not enough time. Then I got to work writing my next chapter. Now, I want to be very clear about this. Having a backup plan is not a betrayal of your current work or your current calling. It's protecting yourself against economic realities. It gives you room and space to be creative and curious. In what other ways could I use my calling? How can I see my calling in another way? Is there another calling for me? So, what can you do for yourself right now? Here are three things. Be prepared. Keep your resume fresh and keep a close eye on your bank account. Don't get caught flat footed. Network. Now, networking's been different for me. It's a different space for me. And I've found that it's not getting in front of a room full of people. The key is it's having one-on-one conversations with people you know and admire, and even with total strangers. The ideas you get may be a catalyst. And third, volunteer. It's a great way to explore your calling or another avenue in your work. My journey from weighing a buyout in 2016 to embracing a backup plan as a coach has been transformative, enlightening, and honestly kind of wild. Having that alternate route was a pragmatic response to economic uncertainties. The path before me, is clear, but it will not be easy to navigate. I don't have to do it alone, and honestly, I'm not doing it alone. I've got a team working with me, and it's good to make sure that you're having a team working with you. Thanks for listening. Talk to you next week.